Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's final slate of games. It is week 5 of season 21 of the SFL. Two winless teams face off tonight to get their first win of the season. Tulsa visiting Mexico City, as the Desperados coming off of a very close loss, and Mexico City coming off of a not as close of a loss. I am Mark Lopez, your play-by-play broadcaster. Tonight, I am joined by my analyst, Anthony Allison, and my statisticians tonight are DJ Woods and Andrew Gibson. And on the production booth, as always, is Cameron Irvine, the always talented Cam Commissioner. And Anthony, how are you? And what would we see from these two teams who are trying to battle it out for their first win of the season?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Super excited about this game right here. I'm looking forward to some offense to break out here. Both teams love to use their running back, Douglas Brown for Tulsa and Phoenix Jones and Ray Bentley for Mexico City. Also, don't forget about Scott Powell. They love to use them in the passing and running game. So it's all about which one can break out this game.
And definitely, as both teams will look to break out offensively and on the scoreboard on the final tick of this game, who will win their first game, their first win of the season, as Aztecs will kick the ball off. They are in their all-black uniforms. Tulsa will receive. Who will win that game of the season? We will find out as the ball is kicked off. Ball received in the end zone will be brought up all the way to about the 28-yard line as Tulsa will roll out their offense. Let's introduce you to them. Quarterback is JQ, halfback Douglas Brown, as you mentioned, Anthony, as well as Scott Powell, the other halfback. Fullback is Lars Bizarre. Wide receivers are Sanzo Robinson, Ian Francis, DJ Human, Gabriel Manning. Tight ends are DJ Bandit and Marquise Sango. And the guard is Phoebe Collins. So for both teams, ball game has been a lot for involving these halfbacks. We'll see how Tulsa will start tonight, as in the backfield is Douglas Brown. It will be a pass as JQ looks to pass to his right. Will find his man. Will find TJ Bandit for a very short gain.
And it's going to be very important for the offensive line to keep your quarterback upright. It's very important. That play right there, he had time to able to look through 2 or 3 progressions and made a good outside throw that only the receiver can catch it.
And under center was Q, tosses the ball to, I believe that's Douglas in the backfield. He will get tackled for no yard gain. So Mexico City keying up on some of the early plays of Tulsa. Let's introduce you to the Mexico City defense. Front defense, Ziggy Blaylock, Skylar Kingsley, Bernard Patterson, and Dan Tritz. Linebackers, Dexter Jackson, Wolf Highwind, John Fowler, and Matthew Alvarado. We'll introduce him after this play as Q looks to pass deep, and nobody in the vicinity of that pass. The rest of the defense for Mexico, as they successfully complete a defensive stop. Quarterbacks, Gerard Brody, Liam Ryan, Jermaine Menafield, and Antoine Joe. And the safeties, Jeffrey Daggs and Ben Sharps, as Tulsa's first drive of the evening is a punt. And Anthony, not a good start for a team that's really hungry for their first win.
And absolutely, you want to try to avoid as much as possible 3 and outs or quick drives, because then your defense is going to get tired out going on the field as much as possible. So the biggest thing is there. You want to do safe throws. You want to get involved in the running game so you can avoid those quick 3 and outs.
Now it's Mexico's turn. Their offense is now on the field, going to attempt to put boards on their first drive. Under center is Jordan Sipe, and that play goes nowhere, as that is Ray Bentley getting the carry but gets tackled for a loss of the offense. Let's introduce you to them. Jordan Sipe, quarterback Ray Bentley, halfback Buford Van Dam is the fullback. Wide receivers are Jason Bartley, Nick Lockett, and Terrell Cooper. Titans are Bill Henry and Devontae Richardson. And your front line are Trey Hyman, Silamina Alisotto, and Tlatoni Supremo. That pass by Sipe goes. Oh, that was deflected, and great defense by Tulsa puts them in third and long, similar situation that Tulsa had in their first drive.
Great job by Bentley picking up that blitzing right there. You had time in the pocket to pass it to Richardson, just out of the reach. Very dangerous. Got to be careful. You don't want to throw it towards those defenders. But that was a good job of the offensive line picking up the blitz right there.
Absolutely. Marco Swift, by the way, crediting and making that pass, that catch harder for Mexico City, as once again, Bentley with the handoff. Can he do anything much more of it? No, he only picks up about 3, which was about the yardage lost in the tackle for loss. And it is another punt this time for Mexico City. And as Tulsa will get the ball back, Anthony, are you expecting anything to change, or will they keep doing the same thing?
I have faith and high hopes for both of these teams right here. Like I said, it's early in the season. You're trying to find your identity on offense. So it's going to take some time, but once again, I think both of these teams have the offense capability to get it done.
Speaking of identity, Tulsa, in as much as they have been struggling offensively in terms of putting points on the board, they have not struggled in terms of putting yards out there, at least through the air. They have 254 passing yards. That is good for 10th in the league. Rushing yardage, quite a bit to be desired, averaging 88 yards per game. And that's with their 2 halfbacks that they rely on. Here's Tulsa in their second drive of the evening in their 18-yard line after that punt, as JQ is under center in I formation. Will toss the ball, and Scott Powell gets a nice angle before being tackled immediately. That would have gone for many more yards had that tackle been broken against Dexter Jackson.
And Dexter Jackson did a great job shedding off the blockers from Bazaar right there on the lead blocking. Left guard came and pulled over, but great job identifying the play and shedding the blocker.
That might be the key to this game, is the blocking and shedding them, as this second down, 2nd and 8, goes only for 1 yard. Douglas Brown could only push forward a yard through his offensive line.
Manageable third down right here. Looks like the defense is going to be in a dime coverage, more defensive backs than defensive line.
They sure do, as JQ taking his time. He fell down. He was brought down, but able to put that ball out in the air. That was almost a sack, Anthony, but Q making some plays, unfortunately could not convert on that pass.
Big kudos for Q right there. Looking down the pocket, sawing that the rush was going to the inside, was able to shed the tackle right there. But it was almost an interception. Has to be careful. But great job showing awareness in the pocket, realizing that the sack could have happened, and was able to deflect the lineman.
So both defense really clamping down early on. That punt, despite being a 3 and out, has been so far the most exciting, quote unquote drive. All drives so far have been very short, but look at this. Mexico City starting in their 47-yard line.
And these are the opportunities Mexico City you got to take advantage of. You got them back deep in their end zone. They was able to punt it. You got good field position. But just got to take advantage of it.
We'll see if Sipe can take advantage with his crew out there. A little bit of motion offense as the receiver moves to the left side. 7 seconds left in the play clock. Sipe taking his time. Finally, will hand the ball off to Bentley. And Bentley successfully getting 5 yards on that play before being tackled by Tulsa's defense. Well, let us actually introduce you to Tulsa's defense. Defensive line, Chris Andrews, Berto Demora, Mike Mello, and Jaden Swift. Linebackers are David Ware, Philadelphia Collins, and Tony Roberto. Your cornerbacks are Nate Heslop, Nando Matthews, and J-Rock, and Cameron Shaw. Safeties are Travis Arthur and Marco Swift. And here comes Ray Bentley. He will give you a first down. He gets 5-6 more yards. That is the first down of this evening.
And that was the same play as the one before. That's just a power run between your right guard and your right tackle. Right tackle kicking out that defensive end. That right guard went to the second level and got to the linebacker, and Bentley was able to sneak in there to get that first down.
So good first down. Sipe under center, single back. Sipe rolls out to his left, looks downfield, and finds his man downfield. Incredible pass and catch by Bill Henry. That might be the matchup nightmare tonight, Anthony.
And see, and that opened up because of the running game. You had two effective rushing attempts that got you the first down. Open up your tight end to be able to do a nice little skinny post inside in front of the linebacker and to catch the ball. And we all know that the tight end is the security blanket for your quarterback. So if you can keep on running the ball effectively, the play action is going to open up and those inside routes.
Mexico building momentum with 2 first downs in a row, handing the ball off to Bentley, and boy, Bentley finding some open room in the inside. What nice blocking he got there.
Once again, it all is important. Your guard sealing the inside tackle, and then the left tackle right there went up and sealed and got to the second level, was able to get Bentley a good chunk of yardage.
So Bentley is in the backfield in the I formation. He will get the handoff once again. Trying to fight for yards. Will he get there? No. Bentley, about 2 yards shy of the first down. Credit Tulsa's defense. Amongst them, making the play was Travis Arthur.
And Arthur did a great job coming from his secondary position, able to crash down and stop Bentley for getting another first down possibly.
Definitely, and in this play, could be a handoff, could be a pass play. We'll see what Sipe decides to do. He will hand it off. Wow, Bentley trying to go outside. They're awarding him the first down, but that is very close, Anthony.
Yeah, because the initial contact came for number 21. Hesley was able to contact, but Bentley spun off of it. It looks like he reached far enough to get that first down, and that was all about the will to get to that first down marker.
Absolutely, and Bentley will try to exercise that will once again, but this Tulsa defense will be able to bring him down. It is still a 5-yard gain. That is still a solid gain, and tonight, early on, we're just getting a healthy dose of Ray Bentley.
And see, and for Mexico City, this is what you wanted. You wanted a good drive, take time off of the clock, but you run the ball. You are tiring that defense with this power running.
Power running looks to continue here as the handoff once again to Bentley, and again 2 yards shy. I would not be surprised, Anthony, if they just keep handing off the ball to him and keep feeding him in the inside or even to the edge of that line.
Well, you know what to say. If it ain't broke, don't need to change it. And the thing is, now you're opening up to pass the ball if you want to because of how successful the running is.
Finally, we will see a slight change in formation as they move into I formation. Bentley tries to find the edge. He gets it. He gets more. He gets the end zone. It's touchdown, Ray Bentley.
And Bentley was going to score there. The fact is, they kept on running to the right side. They saw a weakness in Tulsa, which is the left side of their defense, and was able to get a beautiful kick out by number 48, Van Dam, and it was just walking the end zone for 6 for Bentley.
I mean, Berto Demora had his entire body on Ray Bentley, but Bentley just pushes Demora down and just finds the end zone. What an individual effort by Bentley. And yet, to your point, they found the weakness and exploited it. And with this extra point, which is good, Mexico will go up 7-0. What a start for Mexico City after a drive that left much to be desired. And now, Tulsa will try to answer.
Yeah, and if I'm Tulsa on offense, I'm realizing that, look, what we did the first 2 drives didn't work. And now we need to go in there and maybe mix it up, maybe pass it on first down. But you want to respond. This is like a boxing match. You want to go blow for blow. You want to make sure you respond and not get yourself in a big deficit.
I 100% agree. You don't want to, try to find yourself in a deep hole you want to dig out and force yourself into high-risk passing play. But here comes Q under center. He only has Douglas Brown in the backfield. Got 4 receivers. So 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, one of them moving to the slot. There's 5 seconds left in the play clock. Q steps back. Short step back. throws to Brown. Brown finds the first down, and what an individual effort by Brown. He could have been brought down before the first down marker, but he finds that first down marker.
And he's second in the team with receptions. That was 17 right there. They like to use him in the passing offense as well. Great job by Q, realizing that you had the underneath route, not trying to force the ball down the field. Realize you got the running back going out on the swing route. Get the yardage you can. Let Brown do the work.
And he did do a lot of that work there. We'll see them in a similar formation. Sorry, never mind. This is the I formation. Brown will get the toss. Brown will try to finagle his way to the edge. Finds one broken tackle, but he is going to get brought down. That is about a 4-yard gain. And Mexico City, it's 2nd and 6, but Tulsa trying to mirror what Mexico City did in their previous drive.
Yeah, have a good, sustainable drive is going to help your defense as well. Your defense trying to get off oxygen on the sideline there. If you can keep them off the field by getting good yardage, it helps them.
And what a healthy drive this is going to be for Tulsa as day 2, getting first down through the ground. Douglas Brown looking already worse for wear as he tried to get up there. He looks okay now, though, but what a play by him. Is Tulsa now 1st and 10 once again, 2 consecutive first downs off of 3rd down. Oh, sorry, that was just a 2nd down play. But here they are now, nearing the midfield. 2 wide receivers in a single back set. Q will step back. Q will find his man. What catch by DJ Bandit. Another catch by him for a big gain by Tulsa.
This is almost like copycatting what Mexico City did. You run the ball really well. It sets up for your security blanket, your tight end, to catch that ball. Coming from the tight end position, when you can do a skinny post and you can get in front of the defensive back, that's going to be money for them. That's really important. Great catch by Bandit.
You know what? You're right. I said a catch again by DJ Bandit, but the play was so similar to Mexico City's skinny post that I thought he was Bill Henry on that catch. But no, here comes Tulsa. So that this time they hand it to Douglas Brown, results in a loss, actually, as good tackling by John Fowler on the outside gets to him before any additional yards could be gained. So here we are setting up for 2nd and 11. The first quarter is almost over with 1.5 minutes left. Q will line up under center. Once again, Douglas Brown alone in the backfield. Q will look to step back, will look deep, fires deep, too deep as that pass goes nowhere.
And it was looking for Bandit again on that play. Almost was a sack. Great awareness to realize that the edge rusher was coming in hot, able to step in the pocket, just overthrew the ball. It was in double coverage. That was pretty dangerous. Remember, you're in field goal range. Don't want to lose that.
For sure, as they are now in 3rd and 11 with about a minute to go. Oh, that was a close one, but scrambling is Q. Will he get there? No, the referees will not. They say he's a yard off. Actually, yeah, I can agree he was a yard off, but what a gutsy scramble by Q. Gutsy, but good read on that oncoming blitz, Anthony.
Looks like it was a design run play. Great job reading that your tackle needs to kick out that defensive end, and was able to put his head down, running, getting very close to that first down.
That, although it's a not failed 3rd down conversion, it will set them up for the 40-yard field goal, because that field goal is up, and that field goal is good. Tulsa finally with 3 points on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the join the community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. And here is the kickoff, going to be returned by Mexico all the way to their 27-yard line. And what an answer by Tulsa. Not the touchdown they were looking for, but they showed Mexico that they got the offense to try to match Mexico.
And yeah, and even though it wasn't a touchdown, you still have to feel good because that was a good drive by Tulsa. Now, just ask the defense to give you a little help.
So we'll see Tulsa trying to have a defensive drive here, but instead they're going to give up a first down as Mexico. Jordan Sipe finds Bill Henry once again on a nice catch, resulting in a first down again.
And once again, great catch by Bill Henry right there, and then able to go up the field, get the first down. That was a little wrinkle in the offense. Normally they was handing the ball off to Ray Bentley, but now it's like, no, our tight end can do that work too.
Yep, Bill Henry so far 2 for 2. So solid evening for him so far. They might utilize him as we see Devontae Richardson actually motioning to the right side from the left. 7 seconds left in the play clock. Here comes Sipe. Sipe, short step back. Sipe finds his man. Nice throw to Terrell Cooper. Gets his first catch of the evening.
And that was a great play design right there by Cooper, finding the little soft spot in the zone right there. And this is why, yes, he's the second in the team in receptions, was able to get past that linebacker that was trying to reach and knock it down. Great concentration by catching the ball and then turning up the field knowing that a hit was about to come to him.
And that is the first quarter, and what a very fast first quarter that was for this game. It is Tulsa versus Mexico. Tulsa trailing 3 to Mexico 7. As Mexico City will start the second quarter off with the ball in their hand. They're going to continue this drive. And so far, outside of the first drive that ended in a punt, Mexico's offense is rolling. We'll see what they do here as Sipe is under center and motioning his man. That is Bill Henry this time, motioning from left to right. Ray Bentley not under center, but alone in the backfield. Sipe, another look for a pass, but this time outside. Bill Henry gets his third catch, but unfortunately it's a loss.
And the one thing I do appreciate by Sipe is not afraid to throw the football. Third in the league in passing yardage. Bill Henry, with 32 catches for the season, is Sipe's favorite target. And now the biggest thing is to make sure you mix in that run as well.
Well, that mix-up won't happen in this play. Instead, a great pass and catch. And guess who it is, Anthony? The one and only Bill Henry for catch number 4.
And the cool thing about Bill Henry is the bigger tight ends can shield off a defender. That's what Bill Henry did right there. Did a nice little skinny post, but made sure he put his body in front of the defender, and it was only that he could catch the ball, secure it in with your body, and then there you go. That's another first down.
And they're going to keep going down the field, as they say, keep matriculating the ball down the field, as they are now inside the 30-yard line of Tulsa. Here comes Sipe under center once again. Really loving this formation. So far, Sipe will roll out to the right. That gives him time to throw, but that also gave the defense time to adjust and deflect that pass away.
And great awareness right there by David Ware. Was in that cover 2 defense. So pretty much he dropped back enough to get the hands on the ball from the wide receiver doing that skinny post. They do like those posts right there. But great job in coverage.
So 2nd and 10, still inside the 30, about the 26-yard line. Another motioning off the tight ends. These tight ends really being utilized a lot in this play. But this time the pass to the outside to Bill Henry. Once again, similar situation where that is the one Bill Henry play that so far has bore lesser fruit for Mexico.
And great coverage right there by the strong safety Marco Swift right there. Was able to push Henry out of bounds, so he wasn't able to get his balance and go up the field.
So now with 3rd and 8, here comes Q. Q will finally hand the ball off to Bentley, who has been absent this drive, but he will get a lot of yardage, Anthony, but not close enough for a first down.
And if I'm Tulsa, that's a win to hold them into possibly a field goal or not, knowing that they were moving the ball pretty well. Tulsa was able to stop them and then they're ready to go back on offense, see if they can repeat last drive, if not do better and get a touchdown.
Absolutely, and Mexico will still take that 3 points as this field goal is good for 3, and Mexico City up 10-3 versus Tulsa, holding up the home field advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, for all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out our league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. There you can stay up to date and explore our past, our present, and our future. One team who's going to want to explore a good future is Tulsa, because they're going to return the ball all the way to the 31. It's going to be a good starting field position for them, Anthony.
And absolutely. And you know what? You take that momentum from that good kickoff right there. You want to make sure you repeat what you did last time with a good mixture of run and pass. The run did set up the pass right here. So let's see if Mexico makes an adjustment.
1st and 10 in Tulsa's 31-yard line. This game, a scramble turned into a fumble. Oh my God, Q thought he could repeat his 10-yard scramble, but instead Mexico City says, no, we're not going to let that happen. In fact, we're going to take the ball our way. And Anthony, what the hell happened here?
They did not block number 92 Blaylock right there, and it was lights out for the quarterback. You had two offensive linemen blocking Blaylock. He was able to swim to the outside and laid a great hit on Q and was able to get the recovery. That's a big play right there for Mexico City.
Blaylock, who is about 70 pounds heavier than Q, makes the defensive play, and look where that sets up Mexico City in Tulsa's 24-yard line. As Sipe looks to pass, and that would have been a huge catch and sets them up for 1st and goal, but instead it just falls harmlessly to the ground.
Much respect for the offensive coordinator, for the play caller right there, to take a shot down the field, especially when you just got momentum by getting the fumble. Take a shot, see how Tulsa responds to it. And I do like the call, was just an incompletion right there. But the fact is, they want to take shots. They want to get a bigger lead, and I love that.
Well, with this formation, as Sipe is under center, he's going to motion his that is his wide receiver, Nick Lockett, motioning from left to right this time. 4 seconds left in the play clock, really squeezing that play clock. Sipe will look to pass. Sipe will find his man, and his man will find the end zone. That's a touchdown for Terrell Cooper.
And what a absolute call right there. They saw something in that secondary, and Cooper was ready for it, ready for his number to get called. Fantastic route right there. If you look at it again, one-on-one coverage on the outside, got an inside release, and the quarterback was not able to get back around. Great throw and a fantastic catch.
And probably, I want to point this out, but that motion by Lockett actually overloaded that side to force the one-on-one, Anthony. Otherwise, that would have been the bracket against Cooper, and instead, the one-on-one becomes a touchdown. And boy, what a play call. And from a turnover into 7 points on the board, Mexico City might be running away with this game.
Yeah, and you see it right there. They capitalized off of a turnover, was able to get those points. Tulsa now has to respond.
Speaking of turnovers, Tulsa actually, before this game, only 4 turnovers in their previous 3 games. That's about middle of the field across the league. And Mexico City, the opposite, with one of the most turnovers. So for them to come away with a turnover and points, at least for the team, for Mexico City, breath of fresh air. And now Tulsa is going to have the opportunity to answer back again, down 3-17, 7 minutes left in the first half. We'll see what Q has in store. Maybe not a scramble, but Q is under center. He has 2 receivers out there and Douglas Brown in the backfield. A lot of motioning happening this evening. Gabriel Manning was the one motioning to the left. We haven't called his number yet, but here comes Q stepping back. Looks to his right. Will find his man. What a catch! Oh, DJ Hume! DJ Hume has a huge run, and he will be brought down. That was a huge catch before a tackle by Jermaine Benefield.
Oh, I absolutely love the play call. This is a boxing match. You get hit, you got to hit back. And the fact is, Tulsa went and took a shot down the field. Looks like Mexico City number 26 was able to try to get the interception, but overplayed it and was able for Hume to catch that ball and keep going down the field.
That pass was also cash money. Easy for Hume to make the catch as JQ will line under center in the I formation. Once again, Douglas Brown with that's Lars Bizarre, the fullback. Lars Bizarre will set up a block for Douglas Brown, and Douglas Brown picks up 6 yards on the ground.
Yeah, it looked like on that last play, it was Jermaine Meanfield that was looking, it saw daylight, looking for that pick six, but just missed it right there, but was able to recover.
So we'll see 2nd and 4. Bentley will get the toss to him. Will Bentley get the first down? No, he is 1 yard shy. But you got, sorry, I'm saying the wrong halfback. That's Douglas Brown, who's a 1 yard shy from a first down. But Douglas Brown, Scott Powell, Lars Smith, that I formation in the previous play, you know, that fullback block will set them up. We'll see as they line up in the power I formation. Heavy set by Tulsa. Bentley will get the handoff, and I keep saying Bentley. It's Douglas Brown getting the handoff. We'll get the first down and more, Anthony.
Yeah, Douglas Brown was like, "Hey, make sure you say my name right, cause look, I'm gonna get skinny on that defensive line. I'm gonna get to the next level, shake off that linebacker." When you average 5.7 yards a run, that's going to be really good for Tulsa. Tulsa got something going here right now.
Mr. Brown, I will not call your name incorrect if you keep making those incredible plays. Here comes Q instead. Q will try to find time. Rolls left, rolls right, and passes forward. What a catch by Gabriel Manning, the Hall of Famer, in the end zone, and that will put them up, give them 6 points on the board.
And if your first catch of the game is a touchdown, oh yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. I love the patience in the pocket by Q. Was able to just be patient, wait for somebody to get open, and that's what happened. Manning got open, and it was a broke down in coverage by the defense, and great throw and great catch. We have a ball game here. I love the fight in Tulsa.
Also, JQ with them dancing shoes. Gonna need a dancing shoe sponsor because he put on a spin move and a half over there in the pocket. He gave himself more time to make that pass and catch. And now the score is 10-17, and what a first half. And I agree with Chad Anthony. A very closely contested game, despite the deficit being bigger earlier on. It is now 10-17. Mexico City will return the ball as this ball is returned all the way. Oh, it's another fumble! Mexico, oh my goodness. We've seen 2 fumbles, but this time Mexico City fortunate to recover their own fumble.
That was almost a game-changing play right there. You got to make sure you dry your hands off before you go back to the field. You don't want the ball to be slippery. And that was almost a recovery by Tulsa. But once again, Tulsa has some momentum. They're feeling good. Just got to get a stop right now.
This game has been high octane since minute 2. The first 2 drives, not quite as high octane, but boy, these teams have been gutting each other out. As this handoff to Bentley just surges forward down the middle, almost unstopped before the linebacker got to him.
And the big thing with these 2 teams, yes, they have not won the game yet so far. But the thing is, they are having just short-term memory. They're not remembering what happened last game. They're focusing on this game and getting a win here. And they're coming out here throwing and running the ball really well.
And this handoff to Bentley. Wow, powers through and gets the first down. Mexico City fans are going to like that. And if you are Mexico City, or if you're anyone in the chat and you're liking the game so far, well, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year, and there's no one else that gives you more football. So don't miss a minute of SFL action and help the channel grow through your support. Here's Sipe. He looks deep. Oh, but that's a flag. Was that pass interference? I didn't quite see it. It is defensive pass interference against Tulsa. Not one you want to see in this situation, Anthony.
No, it looks like Shaw right there might have tugged the jersey a little bit. Oh no, it might have been just a bump by number 21. Nate Hesley was able to bump the receiver past the 5 yards. So looks like it might have been a incidental contact called pass interference.
Ticky-tack foul, as they say sometimes. That questionable maybe, but they'll take it. It's unfortunate for Tulsa, but they got to bunker down as the handoff to Bentley will be bunkered down. He only gets 2 yards in that play as he gets double teamed in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like Collins and Ware on the double team tackle right there. They're just Tulsa trying to shake off from that questionable pass interference, but they're going to keep on playing good defense.
That's right. With 2nd and 8, they're still behind the midfield. So a good defensive stop here will be much needed for Tulsa. Much desired. Sipe, a 0 step back, will throw that short pass. Oh, that was incomplete actually to Bill Henry as Ware will fall injured on this play. Oh no, Tulsa down to man. Their linebacker. No, that is rough.
Yeah, and that's your inside linebacker. That's the heart of your defense right there, and hopefully Ware can return quickly. But yeah, you just right now you got to do the next person up and see what can happen.
He did walk out the field on his own power, so we'll see if he comes back. Fingers crossed he does. Mexico City will be in our formation with the handoff once again to Bentley. Bentley will not get it. They say he's a few inches short. And after that injury, Tulsa digging deep and finding that stop.
Yeah, and you're going to have to replace Ware's 25 tackles for the season with different people. That right there, great tackle to block that first down.
Oh, but they made this a fake punt. Oh, it's a flag, and what happened here? If this flag goes through, as we see it resolved, well, it's a defensive penalty, so this will actually give Mexico City the first down. And what a way to try to convert on 4th and inches.
Oh, and I think that was roughing the passer, and that's really tough. First, they caught him off guard. Great play call on the fake. But then to be able to hit the passer right there, I heard that's extra yardage.
That's true. They did add yards to that play. As Bentley, forcing his way through, Tulsa will put up the great wall of Tulsa and allow only 1 yard after what seemed like an eternity.
And Tulsa right here, you don't want to take your foot off the gas right there. You want to make sure you stop Bentley. Bentley is capable to get to the end zone. You want to hold him here to a field goal, if not push him out of the field goal range.
So 2nd and 9, Mexico City knocking on the door of Tulsa. They're just outside the red zone. Bentley will get the handoff once again. Nice spin move by Bentley in the inside. We'll pick up about 5-6 yards on that play. Joseph Guy Clausen in chat pointing out that previous 4th and inches completion is the first they've had from a punter. So if we're talking about history, well, that's one for the books. As 3rd and 6. Here comes Sipe. Sipe had every day until he had no day. He gets brought down for a sack. It's about a 2-yard loss. And Tulsa's Berto Demora brings him down.
Great job by Berto Demora right there. From the edge, able to just move the tackle out the way. I would like to see Snipe move up in the pocket. Stayed in the pocket way too long. That's like almost a coverage sack right there for Tulsa.
Absolutely. We gotta credit those defensive backs making that pass take more time than it did. So instead, Mexico will kick this ball. And that kick is good. That kick is good. That'll put them up 20-10. Mexico City up 10 points. This is their 10th point off of a turnover. And oh, what a turn of events for Mexico. In Tulsa only have 2 minutes and 11 seconds in this half to try to decrease the lead and make it more manageable come second half. It's kickoff by, apologize about Anthony. The kickoff here for Tulsa will be returned all the way to their almost the 30-yard line. Actually, under 30-yard line. Anthony, go ahead.
No, it's always nice to have a kicker that's perfect from the field right there. And 3 points is better than none, just like they said in the chat right there. But now for Tulsa, realize that you dodge a big hit with, not giving up that touchdown. See, you can respond to see how your 2-minute offense looks.
So we'll see Tulsa's 2-minute offense, as you mentioned, with Douglas Brown in the backfield. Douglas Brown will get a handoff. He will only get 3-yard line as a great tackle. I believe that was Dexter Jackson, the tackle, and that is a 2-minute warning. We've reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. This game is close. It's 20-10. Tulsa down 10 points, but they have the ball.
Let's see what Tulsa comes out with. Are they going to pass the ball, or are they going to just give to the half?
They do have 3 wide receivers out on the field, and it will be a pass as Q will move in the pocket. And boy, what a one-handed catch right there by Gabriel Manning. Of course he would make a one-handed catch. He's been raking down those one-handed catch all his career.
And that was remarkable right there. Was able to help the quarterback out. It just glue for hands right there. Was just able to stretch it, catch the ball, and secure that first down.
See right there, in only 2 catches, he's had 32 yards, but one of those 2 catches was for a touchdown. So big impact play made by the big impact player. Ian Francis motioning from left to right. About 10 seconds left in the play clock. Here comes Q. Q will dump it off. That is to Douglas Brown, but Douglas Brown unable to get any positive yardage. It is a loss of 2 yards, and they call their first timeout.
So right now you're looking at clock management right here. You got two timeouts. You want to throw the ball towards the outside and save your timeouts as much as you can. You're about 15, 17 yards away from field goal range.
Just about, yeah, I'd say so too. As Q will look to pass. Looks to pass deep. Oh, Manning! Manning, you're a beautiful man. What a catch by Manning.
I absolutely.
Oh, goodness me.
No.
JQ goes down. Tulsa loses their second man, and of all people is JQ. Do we get a replay of how he went down?
It might have been from off the hit right there. You don't want to see your starting quarterback get knocked out the game right there. Great catch by Manning. 3 big catches so far this game.
Yeah, 3 big catches off of 5 passes. And Q being out changes this game. As this pass is good for 8 yards, Tulsa calls their second timeout. I mean, how is this going to impact their game moving forward?
It's gonna change it quite a bit. You're going to rely on Douglas Brown to run the ball more. But it looks like right there, the backup came in and threw the ball right immediately. So, he feels comfortable.
As that pass to the outside is good for first down and clock stoppage. Gabriel Manning, the tried and true target, gets a completion, gets a first down, gets out of bounds. So that's 3 ticks or 3 boxes ticked off by him alone. And yet, to your point, this backup quarterback making those passes, regardless of being a backup. As now Tulsa will line up first and goal and Mexico City's 9-yard line, motioning the, I believe that was DJ Bandit motioning to the left, taking their time. They do have a lot of time left, about a minute, as the quarterback throws down the middle. That's a catch by Sonzo Robinson. They will call their final timeout of the first half and move themselves up to the 5-yard line.
And this is why it's important in the offseason to sign a good backup quarterback, because you just never know. So that's why you're seeing these quarterbacks get bigger contracts in the offseason, especially backup ones, because you want somebody to be comfortable to go in there just in case your starter goes out.
So they're in the 3-yard line. At the 5-yard line, here comes everyone. Oh, that was Mexico City throwing the entire kitchen in the sink at Tulsa. There was just 4 black uniforms on that quarterback.
And that was a great defensive call right there. Just sending everybody. That was scary. That could have been an unfortunate situation right there for number 12. But great call right there. Just send everybody.
If number 12 went down with another injury, that's interesting. But a flag in the red zone. Looks like it's going to be another pass interference, but this time against Mexico. And that will actually give Tulsa the first down. I mean, they gain about a yard, but they also gained 3 extra attempts.
Yeah, that's looks like it was just hit before the ball got there. Looks like it was Dexter Jackson that's been all over the field today. Just tackle the receiver before.
Yeah, Dexter Jackson has been all over the place for sure. No surprise it. Not because he usually makes defensive penalties, but because he's just so involved in defense. Here comes first and goal once again for Tulsa. Under center with Douglas Brown in the backfield. We'll look to pass, and we'll find his man. What a touchdown by backup quarterback. DJ Bandit gets the second touchdown for Tulsa, and they are now 16 points on the board pending extra point.
I really don't know the coverage right there, because there was 2 people open on the left. It looked like it might have been just a single high coverage. But Bandit was open right there. I really love that they didn't skip a beat when they brought the backup came in for JQ.
And JQ is channeling his powers to this backup quarterback as he scores a touchdown in Q's absence. And with 53 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen, Tulsa is back in it, 17-20. Oh boy, Anthony, this has been a very exciting match.
I am absolutely loving the back and forth right there. Tulsa has something to talk about in the locker room. Mexico City has to take advantage of the backup coming in, but we got ourselves a football game.
Absolutely. We'll see whether Mexico City tries to take this for points on the board, or if they just will calmly go into the half with the score, as this is likely the final drive of the first half. I think, though, despite Q's absence, and hopefully he's okay, he has an entire halftime to try to get, give him some ice packs, right? Give him the magic juice, try to get him back on the field. But who's on the field right now is Mexico City. They have 47 seconds left in this first half. They have all their timeouts in their 33-yard line. Sipe will look. Oh, he tried to look deep, but that ball was deflected on the line.
Great pass deflection right there by the defensive end, Chris Andrews. That could have been some big yardage right there.
Yeah, absolutely. With only 43 seconds, any chance for points would come off of a huge play, and that's what Tulsa's trying to avoid right there. So 2nd and 10. Once again, under center is Sipe. Will roll out to the right. Will look deep once again, and will find nobody as the coverage has been good on some of these rollouts by Mexico.
Just an overthrow right there. That could have been a lot of yardage because there was nobody in front of him for a while right there. Just a mishap.
Just a mishap indeed. Fortunately, it was too far from any defensive interception to be had. This time, 3 wide receivers. The handoff will go to Bentley. That play will signal Mexico City accepting the score going into the half, as they will not use any of their timeouts left. Boy, what a first half we've had, Anthony.
A lot of great back and forth right there. Great job by all 3 of the quarterbacks. Was able to knock off the rust from the game before. And right now, we just got 2 good defenses right there. The running games has been fantastic to watch. It's been a good half.
It's been a good half indeed. We'll go over the highlights of the game as this punt concludes, if they even try to pull the punt. Likely not. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the first half of this installment of the SFL. Folks, the score is 17-20, and it has been a riveting first half. We'll go over some of the key stats. How about, despite JQ going down, he is 9 for 10 with 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, right? And probably the star player of his arsenal. I say one of, he actually has 2. It's Gabriel Manning and DJ Hume, both receiving over 60 yards so far in the evening.
And Manning with 4 catches, and they just been absolute big plays for Tulsa to keep them in the game right there. Mexico City relying on Bentley. Jordan Sight have able to get out of the pocket and make some good throws right there. Bill Henry has capitalized on those plays. So this has been really good.
Yeah, and sorry there. Yeah, to your point, Manning, you saw the number 16.7 receiving yards per catch. He has been electric. And as we approach and begin the second half, ladies and gentlemen, just to remind you, we are watching 2 winless teams so far. Both teams, stakes of the game is the first win of the season. It has been a very close game so far. Who will come out on top in such a tightly contested game? We shall see. But it is second half, and the second half commences. Mexico will receive, and they will start the ball as it will be returned. Oh, nice moves right there, but it will be returned all the way to their 29-yard line. Anthony, anything that either team might look to change or try to clean up in this half?
You got to capitalize on the plays that you see. So, like, for example, Mexico City running the ball to the right side has gave them good yardage on their run play right here. I would like to see a little bit more passing in the early downs from Mexico. If I'm Tulsa, I want to be able to have Douglas Brown run the ball more effectively to help out if the backup quarterback is still in there.
We'll see if any of those notes be followed by Mexico. And a draw play as this ball will go to Bentley. Bentley goes down after a 5-yard gain. An interesting play by Mexico City. Decent yardage gain.
So the play design for a halfback draw is you want to take drop back like you're actually passing it. Your 2 tackles are letting the defensive ends get deep in there, so then you can literally just slip into the running back and get those yards that you got right there.
This time a handoff to Bentley. Oh, he gets hit hard as the defender didn't quite get the number, but brings the pain to Bentley.
But Bentley can take all those hits right there. That's a good rush. That's a good hard 4 yards right there. You can do anything you want to with a 3rd-and-1 situation. I would not be surprised if I see Bill Henry up here or just another power run.
Yeah, I agree. It's either or. But this I formation, the handoff will be to Bentley. That 1-yard possession. Bentley is still up. Oh, goodness me. Bentley had all the right to be down 5 yards ago. Instead, picks up 5 more yards. It's 1st and 10. Bentley's putting on a show, Anthony.
Yeah, and you could thank the fullback right there, Van Dam, on another lead block. It's really nice when you can have a blocker that can take care of that linebacker. It's easy to get those first downs.
As this pass off of 1st and 10 will be deflected, credited to the linebacker Tony Roberto. As we mentioned earlier in this broadcast, Mexico City so far in the season, from 4 games, has had 16 turnovers. But so far in this evening, 0. So protecting the ball has been good. That one pass deflection could have been the interception, but no, Mexico City is still rolling with their offense. You know who else is rolling? Rolling is that receiver in motion, as Sipe is taking his time. Sipe will finally. Oh, that's a fake handoff. As the play action will be successful. That is a good play by Mexico City. So 2 fake plays in the same drive. The draw, 2 plays ago, and now the play action in Mexico City, pulling the tricks from the trick bag. So it's 1st and 10. They are in solid field position. Handoff, another fake handoff. Oh, goodness. That's some solid coverage, as Bill Henry could have been open for that catch, but instead the pass is deflected, the pass is defended. Mexico City really liking those fake handoffs. This time not going their favor, but 2nd and 10. You were mentioning earlier, Anthony wanted to see pass plays earlier in the down situation. They were going for it that play. But now it's 2nd and 10. They are about inside the 40-yard line. Sipe looks to pass short, but Bill Henry not in time, not there at the destination.
Well, what's been happening here is with the play action is because they've been running the ball so effectively on 1st and 2nd down, and then great protection by the offensive line. They were able to fake it. And the thing is, that freezes the linebackers so you can get those passes over the top. Now, unfortunately, the last 2 have been incompleted, but the one that was for Bartley was a beautiful play design.
So, yeah, I agree. Mexico City out of the half, suddenly a little switch in their play style calling. This time the handoff to Bentley. He needed 10 yards, will pick up 7, but that will set Mexico City up for a field goal. Pretty decent chance for putting up 3 points on the board.
And once again, great job by Marco Swift coming from the secondary position and able to stop Bentley so he doesn't do his shake and bake to get to the first down. Great stop.
Oh, sorry, my bad. That was not a field goal. That was instead a punt, as Cale Barrett Jr. will punt it, hoping to pin them deep, but Tulsa will start inside the 14-yard line. We have a game update from you from the other game.
Thank you, Mark. Vegas is in Portland tonight, and Hubba Kimbrell doing the work inside the 2-minute warning. Gets away from one, poor pursuit angles, gets away from another, and scores. 2-point conversion, no good. Vegas chasing points. 14-12 Portland just before the half.
And then 1st and 10 Tulsa. Thank you very much, Cam, for that update. Douglas Brown probably seeing that update and emboldened, making a 5-yard pickup there after the toss play. So 2nd and 5, they started inside their 14-yard line. The defense tried to motion inside, but Douglas Brown will rumble. He will pick, still 2nd and 5.
Oh.
Okay, the play did not get updated, but the 3rd player from Tulsa goes down. You've got to be kidding me.
And it's Brown that's down on the field right there. This is one, their starting quarterback, then their starting running back is out, and now it's Powell next up in line, and then you still have Q out for the game. Those are 2 big blows for Tulsa.
Those hurt. Those hurt quite so much. And I don't think that is Q out right now. That is still the backup, so Q still not accounted for. This play will be a toss to Scott Powell. Tries to run to the outside, but did not have quite the speed to convert on that edge. That is only a 1-yard gain. But yeah, that is a rough. After getting the first down, your star quarterback goes down, your star halfback goes down. Everyone in chat going nuts. What's happening? Okay, so 2nd and 9. They gotta make do with what they have. They are at their 26-yard line as the fullback is the one motioning into the offset I formation. Pass in the middle, and if your quarterback's down, if your halfback's down, the guy to carry you gotta be Gabriel Manning.
Oh, at this point now, you're gonna put a lot more load on Manning to get it done, to help out your backup quarterback, to help out Powell in the backfield. But when you get 5 catches, 83 yards and a touchdown, big body receiver right there, go ahead and rely on him to get you the yardage that you need.
Absolutely, yes. Looking to pass once again. Oh, and did not have oh, that's right. He did not get brought down by the defender. He just fell on his knee, so he had more time, get more yards. But DJ Bandit could only muster up a yard after the catch. This Mexico defense taking advantage of the loss of Tulsa's 2 star players. So now 2nd and 9.
Mexico City, I would probably look to double team Manning and make the quarterback work with other receivers.
We'll see if DJ Hume gets his number called. He too has over 60 yards prior to the second half. Here comes a deep step back, sidearm thrown. And that's good for about a 7-8 yard gains. That is Bandit, who after the 1 yard gain picks up 7, sets them up for 3rd and 2.
And you don't want the quarterback to be comfortable. Mexico City, throw some blitzes in there. Make them feel unsettled in the pocket.
We'll see if any blitz will come Tulsa's way. Looks like they will only rush 4, but that was enough for Tulsa to throw a quick pass to the inside, and back-to-back completions to DJ Bandit. Nets them a first down.
Great catch right there from Bandit.
Tulsa making the most out of any yard they can get. They are still about past the midfield. Oh, that was almost an interception. As Mexico City, that was number 45. Outside linebacker Matthew Alvarado almost coming away with an interception.
And Alvarado sitting in that hook zone right there. It looks like the quarterback did not see him in the zone. That was almost a dangerous interception right there. Tulsa caught a break.
They did. We have Scott Powell on the backfield there in the I formation. Get 2 wide receivers out wide. Here comes a deep step back. Here comes a deep pass. And it is good. It's Gabriel Manning. I'm surprised they haven't just thrown the kitchen sink to him. Send 3 guys his way because he's getting every single throw to him.
And just making light of the work right there. I love that route. It's behind the linebacker, but in front of the defensive back right there, knowing that you're going to take a hit, breaks 100 yards receiving for the day right now. Manning right now is looking like your go-to on offense.
And that was Jared Brody, the defensive back you were mentioning, that could not, force a deflection in that play. Manning with incredible route running, as you've mentioned. As this toss will go to Scott Powell. Scott Powell will pick up 3 yards. Solid running from him.
And I love the never give up attitude for Tulsa, knowing that you lost 2 stars on offense right there, but you're telling the backup quarterback, hey, I believe in you. We have somebody like Manning that's going to be able to catch those tough passes for you. And then Powell can do the job as well. I love the fight in Tulsa right there in Mexico City. It's time to make a play and hold them.
So Manning motions from all the way left to all the way right. That's a one-on-one situation with Manning. But instead, that throw goes to the left. It goes to DJ Bandit. That's a decent, that's a decent catch. Sets them up for 3rd and short. That eases up and opens up the playbook for them.
I get scared every time these players get up slowly. I'm thinking somebody's injured, but we don't want any more. This is a manageable third down right here.
Here comes the pass down the middle. Oh, goodness. So that was a pass to Murky Sango. Very well defended by Jeffrey Daggs. Hall of Famer Jeffrey Daggs. He makes a defense on that play. Good stop, forcing the field goal.
And Daggs playing center field right there, recognized the pass and was able to jar the ball loose. Hit the receiver right at the point of contact right there to knock the ball loose. That's the defensive play you need. Hold them until a field goal.
That field goal is good. That drive, despite being down 2 of their star offensive players, will net them 3 points and will tie the ball game. And if you're talking about a heart of steel, a heart of gold, never give up attitude, it's gonna be the Tulsa Desperados. It's in the name. The Desperados, they're desperate for the win, and they were desperate for points. As Anthony, an incredible showing, a showing of heart and will by Tulsa.
And that's gotta be that's inspiring for the defense and for the whole team. Is working hard and fighting hard with your players down, and just having the will to keep on going, keep on making this a good game right here. So right now, let's see how Mexico City respond.
We'll wait to see how they respond after this game update from Cam.
Thank you, Mark. Watch this. Just at the end of the half, still 14-12 off an interception. That kick is going, and stoinked off the upright. Vegas misses the field goal. First missed field goal of the SFL season. Portland takes a 14-12 lead into the break. Back to you in Mexico City.
1st and 10. A draw play to Bentley. Bentley will bring it all the way up to after an 8-yard gain. And Anthony, this evening of SFL games have been crazy. I mean, even the time slot before this, you had an overtime game. That was Florida won that one against Charleston, I believe. And then there was a Vancouver, Arizona game that was almost an overtime, but lost to a penalty. And now we have 2 games in this time slot. This one's a tie game. The other one is just 2 points going into the half. And what an evening so far. This second down to Bentley. Bentley seeming unstoppable on the ground so far.
And the cool thing about the SFL is anything can happen on any given game right here. And the fact is, we don't know what's going to happen here. We know that Mexico City is running the ball really well. Bentley over 100 yards rushing, but this is still a game.
So here comes a play, a handoff once again. I mean, I'm not surprised that Bentley will keep getting the handoff, as he has been the so-called all reliable. Those plays to him are solid 5 or more yards.
And Tulsa needs to make the adjustment. They're running a lot of halfback draw plays, and that's because the defense ends are really aggressive going up the field. So maybe pinch down on the line so you can stop the run like here.
Oh, there's Bentley, and Bentley was met at the line. He did break the tackle, the shoelace tackle on him, but Tulsa able to hang on. It is still 3rd and 2, but that was a good defensive down right there for them.
And the big thing is you need group tackling. It took 3 people, but that's very important. You got to get to Bentley. If not, 1-on-1 is going to be an issue for the defender.
True, as 3rd and 2. Bentley stuffed. Oh, what a play by Tulsa. I mean, yeah, they just sent everyone. There was just no opening for Bentley.
And yeah, and that right there was Tony Roberto coming from the blitzing linebacking slot, was able to shoot the gap and stuff in the backfield before Bentley can do the shake and bacon right there. That's a good play call by the defense, especially when now you got your inside linebacker David Ware back in the game. But the fact that you call a blitz right up the middle, you stuff the runner.
Tulsa, after one huge offensive drive, and then an incredible having to dig deep for that stop defensive drive, will now have a chance to take the lead, I believe for the first time, Anthony.
Yeah, it's been a team effort on offense right there. Love it that Manning has taken the reins right there, catching it, breaking over 100 yards, receiving. It's a balanced offense that we're looking at now.
Now they're 1st and 10 inside their 16-yard line, so quite a lot of field to go through. And they're gonna start off with a 12-yard gain. I mean, the pass, if it's not Gabriel Manning, DJ Bandit. DJ Bandit, completion percentage to him, very high. Look at that. 9 times thrown to 8 receptions for 59 yards. He has been money on those grabs.
And it's so nice to have a 1-2 punch at your receiving core right there. And you're seeing it. They're catching it.
1st and 10, another first down. They're now in their 30-yard line. Sons of Robinson motioning to the right as we got 2 backs in the backfield. They hand off. Oh, is that who I think it is? Is that Douglas Brown back in the field? That is the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. You are watching the SFL. We will be right back after this.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
And we can see here the injury updates as Q is out. Definitely, Brown had a dislocated finger. Probably back. In fact, I think he was back before the quarter ended. We'll have to see to confirm. Sometimes, Anthony, I question my eyesight. It's a 24 versus a 34. We'll see. I see a 4 in that number. It is 34. It's not quite Douglas Brown yet, but Scott Powell had a huge play in the previous down to get the first, well, not the first down, 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Toss to Scott Powell. Scott Powell will get about 2 yards on that play. So with Douglas Brown probably coming back, Tulsa fans everywhere hoping that time will come sooner rather than later.
And for Q, good call, keeping him out, having elbow tendonitis right there. That could be a dangerous thing, especially because you're a quarterback and you're throwing the ball. So right now, it looks like the backup is doing a fantastic job in place.
Oh, that fake pump, the pump fake with the quarterback. Oh, of course it's Manning. That pump fake opened up the backfield, enough time for Manning to find his open spot, downfield.
So many things happen right there. So the pump fake, it froze the defender. Also, great job by the offensive line keeping the quarterback upright. And then Manning's go-to thing is to catch it one-handed. It was able to secure that ball right there in his hand. Didn't get hit. Didn't jaw the ball loose. That's just great all around in that play.
Got Clausen in chat saying, yeah, just tape up Douglas Brown's finger. I agree. Tape that finger. Put a splinter or a splint, whatever you call those sticks that you tape around the finger. As 7 seconds left in the play clock. Looking to pass. Tulsa looking to pass. It's not good. So a rare miss towards Manning's way. And you see right there, Manning quite disappointed. He felt that he could have gotten that catch.
And you see the confidence building in the backup quarterback Johnson right there, realizing that Manning has been a secure hands right there, going back to him. Great coverage right there by Mexico City, but I really like how Johnson is playing right now.
So 2nd and 10. Handoff. No, it's not a handoff. Even I'm getting fooled, and the defense will not. They are able to stay well covered. Nothing happened deep, and they only forced a 2-yard gain.
And that's a good play right there for Mexico City. Right now it's 3rd and 8. You know they're going to pass the ball. Defensive ends, go after the quarterback right there with your best pass rush moves. Keep the ball in front of that first down.
Mexico expecting a pass play, as this pass will go nowhere. In fact, it was almost an interception if Benefield actually had the ball land on his chest. Instead, I kind of felt like an overthrown pass, but it will be punted away.
And that was the second opportunity for Benefield to get his hands on the ball, maybe for an interception. But it's okay to knock the ball down if you know it's going to get you a first down and avoid a first down. So good play from the cornerback right there. Now Mexico City gets the ball back. See what happens.
Yeah, and that after that punt, that will set up Mexico in their 20-yard line as that ball falls in the end zone out of bounds. By the way, we are reminded that from that injury report, we did not see the name of inside linebacker David Ware. Chances are his name was on a different list, but if he is back on the field, that is a boost that Tulsa needs desperately against Mexico's offense. Now in 1st and 10 in their 20-yard line. Here comes the handoff to Bentley. Bentley hit at the line of scrimmage, and that gave enough time for the linebacker to get to him.
That's great job right there by Philadelphia. Collins able to shoot the gap and to stop Bentley before anything happened right there.
Absolutely. So a rare tackle for loss. Not really a loss, but no gain against Bentley. But Bentley will get the ball once again. Nope. Mexico City. Sipe taking his time. Sipe looks deep. It's no good. Oh, that pass to Marquis Sango. Sango had that ball, had every right to make that completion, but unfortunately drops it.
Travis Arthur right there, coming from the free safety position, was able to get a hand in there to knock down that pass. That's a big play for Tulsa.
Big indeed, because it would have flipped the field in a hurry. And here's Bentley. Bentley could not come up with the 10 yards. Sorry, that's not Bentley. That's number 25, trying to get that player name. Correction, it was Bentley with that carry right there, as he did not get enough of a down or enough of the yards to get the first down. And Tulsa, once again, another defensive stop by them, Anthony.
Yeah, and that's what you need going in there. It's getting closer to the end of the game right here. Let's see what Johnson can do back on the ball. Let's see if Douglas Brown is going to come back into the game.
And, well, it's a defensive penalty against Tulsa on that punt return. So that will set them up back a few yards. Or not a few, I guess. Several yards inside their 27. Not too bad of a start either way. They would have started here, if the ball was kicked or if Mexico had any more yards in their previous drive. But that's where Tulsa would start. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Game tied as the handoff. I believe that is finally Douglas Brown. That was a 24 I saw on the field, Anthony.
Oh, absolutely. Welcome back, Douglas Brown. Just in time for a very important drive for Tulsa.
Well, Martin Jr. in chat saying it's Tulsa's backup, number 12, Tom Brady. He did make some nice passes early to Gabriel Manning. But the backup, who is no longer the backup, Douglas Brown, is back on the field. Douglas Brown, though, I mean, that injury, he probably cooled down a bit after sitting in the infirmary. He is stopped after no gain.
Great stop right there by Kinsley from the defensive end position before Douglas Brown can do anything. What a way to shed that blocker and to get to the running back.
So here comes another handoff. No, it's not. It is. Actually, it turned into a toss to Douglas Brown. Okay, so, I mean, that was more of a play, necessitated by the situation. Q could not find anyone deep, had to throw the ball anyway to Douglas Brown.
And it looks like Brown had openings on the outside, but chose to cut back in, and that's where the defender was waiting for him. But that's a tough and unfortunate 3 and out right there. Give the ball back to Mexico with potentially good field position.
And as Mexico will start on the 42-yard line, we shall see what the update is in the other game.
Thank you, Mark Lopez. Portland scored a touchdown, but got to give some love to special teams. Watch this hit. Boom! Portland up 21-19 in the third. Vegas driving. That was crushing. Back to you in Mexico City.
I mean, that hit transcended the game. We're going to see if if a hit will happen here, and I'm going to say that transcended from the Las Vegas game. We'll see. Mexico, now their offense is back on the field. They're going to bunch 3 receivers on the right. Sipe looking to pass down the middle. There's nothing there, but here comes the flag. Likely a defensive pass interference. Yes, it is. Against who? Number 23 against Tulsa drew the pass interference, unfortunately. Huh.
It looks like, once again, one of those bumps before the ball got there. You got to wait a little bit. You got to wait till the ball gets to the receiver, or if you're going to cut in front of the receiver, you need to go after that interception. But it looks like it was just a bump, which was incidental contact.
So that's going to give a fresh set of downs and move them upfield quite a bit. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sipe will actually hand the ball off to Ray Bentley. Ray Bentley will pick up 5 yards. Ladies and gents, now available, free to download, is the Retroid. You can play the SFL video game on the go with the Retroid Pocket 3 plus an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at goretroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Here comes Bentley. Is that a flag? It is. Yellow Laundry is out on the field. If we had some laundry sponsor, this would have been the perfect game for it, because this is about the 5th time we've seen yellow flag.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt right there.
And with 5 minutes left, that's already Mexico at field goal range, minimum, from this drive. Here's the handoff. Bentley picking up 5 yards, and this is now going to be Tulsa's biggest enemy. It will be the clock, and it will be the pace that this game's going, with all the handoffs going to Bentley.
Yeah, and this is when you might want to call some blitzes, trying to disrupt the line to get back to Bentley, because right now just a couple first downs and it's going to get close towards the end of the game.
Bentley trying to squeeze through. He does squeeze through. Another first down. This Tulsa defense is just getting worn down, sanded down. They're just tired out. And then, I mean, Anthony, I wouldn't be surprised if Mexico just burst through with a sudden touchdown.
And this is all the offensive line play right here. This is where it matters, when you can wear down the defense with good blocking up front. It's really tough for the defense to keep going if you keep on getting pushed back, and the running back is able to do what he's doing today. He's over 35 carries for the ball game right here, and the offensive line is just giving him so much room to maneuver.
Unfortunately for them, on that one down, defense got to Bentley early and forced a 2-yard loss, and now it's 2nd and 12 at a 20-yard line of Tulsa. That is not Gabriel Manning. He's in the other team. That was Sarah Cooper in motion. Here comes Sipe. Sipe had a lot of traffic in the pocket. That throw to Bill Henry is a completion, but turns into a 1-yard loss still.
You don't want to go backwards, right? So you don't want to try to make more out of a play. Just take the yardage in front of you and just fall down. Let the clock keep going.
Clock will keep ticking. You gotta stop him, and they do stop him. They force a 4th down against Ray Bentley, who picked up 10 yards on that single run. Keep in mind that the 2 tackles for losses earlier are the difference from this being points or a first down.
And I love it. It was from the linebacker, Tony Roberto, who was engaged with a lineman, was able to get off a great hustle play to chase down Bentley to prevent the first down. Because if that first down would have happened, we might have been talking about a situation where you got to start using your timeouts, and this is where the game comes in line.
With a field goal, which is good, Mexico now has the lead, but they've left 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the board for Tulsa to try and come back. What a story we're having, folks, as we watch this ball kicked off. Do you have a story to bring to life? Well, APM Music has unrivaled music to do that, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology. There's a flag in that play. APM Music also has world-class customer service. They are the official soundtrack of the SFL. To explore their library, visit apmmusic.com. Oh, it is against Mexico City. That's a little bit of a boost for Tulsa. The little boost they'll need to try to force a comeback here.
That might have been on Tulsa right there. Looks like it was a block.
Oh,
in the
you're
back
right. Oh, you're absolutely correct. That is actually the opposite of a boost. What do you call an opposite of a boost? A negative boost, I guess. We'll see. A nerf. We'll take that. That's a good word, actually. So, Tulsa nerfed all the way to their 14-yard line. How much can they muster in 2 minutes, 35 seconds? Here comes the first handoff of the drive. Ooh, a nice good move in the middle by Douglas Brown. We'll listen to the game update in the other game. That's heating up too.
Thank you, Mark. Scott Johnson against his former team on the kick return does it to the Fury. The fifth lead change in the game, 28-26, end your night. SFL night in Portland. Portland up by 2 in the third. Back to you.
That was the other game. Had an incredible play off the return. We're waiting to see if Tulsa can manifest their own incredible play. They will get their 2-minute warning timeout. It is Tulsa 20, Mexico 23. That 3-point margin is what Tulsa is trying to chase. Here we go. Everyone in chat shouting defense. Mexico City trying to pull a stop here. They are inside just about their 20-yard line. Here comes quarterback 12. Look to pass deep. We'll find his man. We'll find Gabriel Manning. Gabriel Manning sets him up for another first down.
Ooh, number 12 is looking like Brady out here. That is an absolute dime over a press coverage defense right there.
Oh.
Manning saw the one-on-one coverage, was able to break off that press. Great over-the-top throw right there. And this is money. This is a money drive right here for Tulsa, and that's a money pass right there by Johnson.
I mean, that pass was thrown over three. It was just overhead of 3 defenders. But hit this pass, another pass by number 12. And this time it's the DJ Bandit. It's the Gabriel Manning DJ Bandit show. And that quarterback number 12 show as well.
Ice and Johnson's veins right there. Knowing that this is not a situation that he's always in, that's why he's a backup. Q's in this position, but that does not matter because he's sitting there and throwing absolute dot right there.
So 1st and 10, they are knocking on the doors. Mexico City, Douglas Brown breaking 1 tackle, brings down 2 guys to the ground. We'll pick up 4 yards. So it's 2nd and 6. They're about, what would we say, about 10 yards away from field goal range, approximately.
Yeah, you want to be safe. I would say like 15 yards to get a safe, good kick right here. But right now, Tulsa, you haven't won a game. I'm not looking to tie the ball game. I'm looking to win.
Yeah, I like the kind of words, them fighting words. But Mexico City will answer with, we're not going to let you win. We're going to force you to do it the hard way. 3rd and 7. Tulsa and 3rd and 7.
Clock is ticking here. Time management is going to be very important. This is a big 3rd down.
4 wide receivers out. The pass. Oh, the pass pass. Oh,
Flags.
no. Is this pass interference? It sure is. Anthony,
Oh.
not a good thing for Mexico.
Oh no, we have to take a look at this again. Yeah, that's really tough right there. That's Antonio Joe. You cannot interfere with the route of the receiver. That is a clear pass interference, a bump, per se, and that stops the clock and it gives you a fresh set of downs.
Tulsa with a lot of advantage, a lot of momentum. So you got 3 wide receivers all the way to the right and 1 to the left. Douglas Brown is in the backfield. Fake handoff to Douglas Brown. The swing pass to Douglas Brown. Douglas Brown gets 10 yards, gets 12 yards, sets them up for 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Great play call right there. That is a fake handoff screen. You saw the right guard and right tackle slipped out to the right side, and they was able to swing it to Douglas Brown. Great blocking up the field. Smart, a great awareness to get out of bounds to stop the clock. 14 seconds left. You have a chance to do 2 plays here. You can take a shot to the end zone, and then you can do a pass to the outside. You're already in safe field goal range. You got a kicker who can kick the ball really well.
And the only thing they don't want here is a turnover. And they will fake another handoff. Oh, goodness. That was, no one was there to catch the ball. And if that was caught by number 22, by Jared Brody, that could have been the turnover.
Yep, that right there is when that happens and you caught a break. Maybe now you run the ball, call timeout, kick that field goal. That was dangerous right there. Brody almost took that in the game.
We'll see if Tulsa are hunters or settlers. Are they gonna settle for 3 or hunt for the 7 or 6? 7 seconds left in the play clock. 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. A pass to Manning. Manning broke free. Manning broke free. Manning's in the end zone. Tulsa.
Oh, absolutely phenomenal right there. Was the will to get into the end zone. Had a fantastic game and saying, look, I'm going to walk it off for my team right there. I'm going to get that touchdown, and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to hug everybody. My coach, what a play, what a throw, what a catch. You love to see it.
Can we get someone to check if number 12 is not just JQ disguised as the backup quarterback? Because what a play. Big-time players make big-time plays, and that just won the game on the spot. Well, we'll see one more kickoff here. Mexico City, the one last chance.
And Manning has been in those situations for countless times right there. And you just love it. What a throw. Ice in your veins for the quarterback. And to make a throw like that when that could have been interception is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I can talk about that just on and on right there.
Absolutely incredible game. We'll wait to see what this final play of the game shall be. Barring any miracle, Anthony, this start to finish. I mean, whoever won the game, this has been an incredible match.
And shout out to both teams. They're playing absolutely phenomenal. We still got to play left.
Here's Sipe. Sipe will have to throw deep. Sipe does not find his man, and that, ladies and gentlemen, out against all odds. Tulsa down at some point 3 star players comes away with the win on the road with a game-winning touchdown by the backup quarterback to Manning. Scores 27-23. Anthony, give me everything that you loved about this game.
The will and determination by Tulsa. When a lot of times when you see your best players go down, you can just give up. You can turtle up and just hope to play another next game with them back in it. But no, you bring in Johnson, and he threw it right off the gate. Like right off the jump, was throwing the football, was confident there. Manning stepping up for the team where you need to. Both teams played a phenomenal game right there. They both wanted to win, but Tulsa just had the calmness to be able to do a fantastic drive at the end. I just want to give a shout out to Johnson once again. Almost threw an interception, and then the next play throws a dot to win the game for them. This was phenomenal.
Absolutely phenomenal. And as we review the stats here, before we give you the player of the game, folks, tomorrow there's another double headers. SFL action continues on YouTube tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. ET, where when this team Suarez tries to slow then Ike McBride and the Carolina Skyhawks, and then another game as South and Western rivals square off as Fort Worth face Houston. Anthony, who's your player of the game?
Oh, Gabriel Manning right there. Every time I saw Manning catch the ball, it was either one-handed or it was a tough grab. It was a big play after big play right there. And that's what you want from your receiver. That's a big-time receiver right there. Just absolutely wonderful to see.
I'm going to have to agree with that. Our player of the game has to be Gabriel Manning. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. My name is Mark Lopez. With me is, Anthony Allison, and then our statisticians was DJ Woods. Folks, thank you for joining us. We're going to send you off to a game update from the other game, because that also has been an incredible game. But for us, good night, everyone, and goodbye.